hello, and welcome to Magical Moments with Madam Z. I am so glad to connect with you live. I just want to tell a little bit about me and my background. I'm a magical life coach. That means I empower women and make you feel more confident and more powerful in your life all through magic. I am also a high degree priestess, and I am a psychic witch. So I do a lot of cord cutting. I'm a master spellcaster. So anytime I do any kind of divination or any kind of reading for my client, I also do a little bit of spell work around that, especially if I pull a few cards and I can see that there's a block that is coming up and we need to maybe remove some of that block. So today I want to spend about 10 minutes with you, and then we'll try to squeeze in a caller at the end. So we'll see how that goes. So let's talk a little bit about how to remove your blocks and spell casting. This is kind of a little bit of taboo. A lot of people don't talk about this, but I have been doing this for many, many years with my clients. And what it does is I do a lot of cord cutting. And when you're feeling a little bit sluggish, when you're feeling like things just aren't going your way, it keeps happening over and over and over again. One sure way to tell that you have negative attachments is that things that have prolonged for you more than at least 3 weeks, okay? 3 is a magical number for us. So my practice is number 3. We do everything in threes in my practice. So what that means is it could be an attachment is like a negative energy, a negative thought, kind of a little bit of a depression. We need to remove, or maybe even a person, maybe some of that, negative energy on that person just saw the bright light in you and like, hey, I like this host better than the other host, right? So that negative energy will attach their self to you. And what cord cutting does, and a lot of people don't talk about cord cutting, is what we do is we energetically remove those cords from your spiritual aura, from your body, and from the attachment of just sucking out all that energy that's keeping you feeling down, keeping you feeling negative, like you have bad luck, and like things just aren't going your way. So what I usually do with cord cutting is I will sit with my client. We will have an in-depth session. I will do intuitive readings, and I will see what my spirit guides are telling me based on what the cards are telling me what is attaching to you that needs to be removed. And then what I will do is I will set in sacred space, and I will actually lay my hands over my client. We'll do some energy exchange kind of work. I will lay my hands over it and ask spirit to just enter my body so I can feel the energy of my client, where that needs to be done, and also where the cord cutting needs to happen. And what I do energetically is I cut that cord and pull that cord up out of your body, and I just remove that with I just use my hands, or I have a stone or a tool that cuts that cord. And what that does is it energetically cuts that cord so you can be free, you can live your highest self, and you can get some of that weight lifted off you. So I think we have a caller. And if you want to schedule a session with me on cord cutting, anything that has to do with kind of you feeling kind of down, we want to see what's attachments, you can check out my services at www.madamz.com. It's in the link in the bio below. And I think we have Tammy online. So do we want to take a call from Tammy?
Yes, please.
Hey, Tammy, how are you, my sister?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing fabulous here in Austin, Texas. Hope you're doing well.
I'm doing my best.
Good. So what can I help you with today?
Well, I was just, I feel like lately I've just been blocked. Mom passed 4 years ago, and we're still splitting things up and going through and just finishing up some things. And now we're to the big deal with splitting up all family things. And I think it's just overtaking me, and I just was hoping that my mother was around to give me some advice, and if not, if you could just help me center myself.
Sure. Let's go ahead and look at your blocks and see what's coming up, and hopefully your mother will come through in spirit, and she will give us some more insight into what you need to do as far as to remove those blocks. Okay. And what is your mother's name?
Jean.
Jean?
Jean.
Okay.
We call her Gina.
Gina. Let's go by what everybody knows her as, Gina. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and let's look and see what your blocks are, and hopefully she could come through. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm going to show you this card for people who are watching. The Knight of Pentacles has to do with some type of person who is holding on to your money. And it's usually a male, and he is in charge of divvying out the money, and he is in charge of holding on to the money also. So do you have a male in spirit? Doesn't mean in male as in could be just male energy. Doesn't mean it has to be like a male female, just I talk about energy wise. So is there someone who is controlling the money with this situation?
There is somebody. There's a couple of somebodies.
The one that's coming through is this one that has a very strong male energy, younger, maybe 30, 40-ish.
I don't know. I don't think so. Everybody that I'm dealing with is older than me, as my mom has already passed. I do have siblings, but as far as the siblings that are involved in this, we are all together as one, and no one has a say over the other.
Okay, because this is someone who has information that they're holding on to about the money, because we also pulled up the Hermit card for you. And the Hermit card has to be about seeking the truth in this situation and trying to find your way in the darkness.
I feel that.
So, yeah. So you may feel some of your blocks that you are feeling like your energy is very low, feeling like you want to just retreat, and feeling like you just don't want to be a part of the collective anymore.
Exactly.
To participate in life so much right now. It just means you want to just go into what I call a man cave kind of thing and just veg up by yourself and just have, Chinese food delivered. You don't want to go outside the house.
I have said more than once, I want to pack a bag and disappear.
Correct.
Mentally, but not physically.
Yes, I know what you mean. We have that exchange. I totally know what you mean. And because you're seeking some of the answers to what life is about, especially with this drastic transition that you're dealing with, it puts your life in what we call liminal space. It puts your life in between the ending and in between the new beginning. So you're kind of lost. You don't know where to go right now. You're in this liminal space.
Yeah.
And so we need to dive deeper into how we can get you moving in the right direction. Maybe some self-care. Maybe we need to do some cord cutting. Maybe we need to sit and do some mediumship and get some answers. But you are on a new journey. You are on a new journey of self-discovery. What happens when a parent dies or passes through? Your identity and your attachment to them is in this earthly plane is cut. So that means the attachment you had on this earthly plane is no longer there, and you're feeling lost. You're not grounded.
No.
So you're kind of floating everywhere. You're trying to figure it out. So we are almost out of time, Tammy. If I would love to connect with you more, if you want a deeper reading, because the major arcana card is the Hermit card, and that's a major life lesson for you. So we need to dive deeper into what you can do next as your next step. So you can check out my services at madamz.com, book a session with me, And I would love to be able to dive deeper into mediumship, connecting with the spirits on the other side, and what your next step is.
That sounds good. I think I need some guidance.
I would love to guide you. I would love to help you and, get you out of this kind of darker kind of energy and move you into the light and kind of past this. All right?
Thank you. That's exactly. I feel it all. I understand everything you're saying.
Good. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for letting me share space with you, and thank you for letting me read for you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. All right, so we just have a couple seconds left. So check my services out at madamz.com. I have package deal theirs. I'm a psychic witch, so I am in tune with the spiritual world as well as this earthly plane. And I do a lot of spell casting, cord cutting, and I also mentor newbie witches coming out of the broom closet who want to enhance their life. Blessed be everyone, and bye.